me the give me the respect I've given you guys. Guys, what's up?
Fair
I'm
enough.
asking you. I'm looking at the camera and saying, yo,
There's clearly been something on your mind. So, I mean, I have some questions that I have to ask for you because you've taken out the time. So, it's always a pleasure to, pick your brains. You're the leading man in Nepal when it comes to leading the way for MMA. Whether or not you want to take credit for that, I know. But thank you so much again for taking out the time. And before I get to my questions, if there's anything that you specifically want to talk about, let's just get into it. Let us know how you have been, how this year has been for you, and anything pressing that you want to discuss.
to be honest, I didn't want to like. I don't have much to say. I just want someone to talk MMA with. I'm an MMA nerd, like I said multiple times. I just want to, on a New Year's Day, I just want to talk MMA. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
Like just in general, like
100%.
like uh, good collab, mini podcast kind of a thing to see what's up in the MMA scene right now. At the same time, just talk some stuff, local and international. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because in general, I think this is not only been a big year for Indian MMA but really big year for Nepalese MMA because of what Rabindra was able to accomplish. And I just generally, in my opinion, I feel like the sport is only going to grow more. And it was quite interesting to see how the sport sort of went through. I don't know, maybe we are too close to the whole picture. You let me know. Maybe we're too close to it, so we think that way. But in my opinion, it seemed like we had quite a lot of more events in this past year all over the place. We're seeing gyms pop up. We're seeing more traction in terms of audiences getting invested in the sport. You being a promoter yourself, I'm sure you can speak to that as well. So if you could like as we've come to the end of this previous year, and now we're going into 2026, if you could mention some observations that you yourself as a promoter have had, as a coach have had, I'll be really interested to hear about that.
Good question, bro. But
Yeah.
I haven't really had the time to introspect and reflect so much, to be honest,
Right. Right.
because we just got done with an NWC 7 event. This time we paired up with Pokra's local promotion, their contender series, fight series. They're a Muay Thai promotion. So we're looking to broaden our, partnership and alliances as well across Nepal and different sports. And so we recently concluded many, like 25 fights in one night. So we started at almost 2 p.m. and it went up to almost like 11 at night. So it was a good fest, talking about recent one, but a lot of things to learn from, a lot of experiences.
Right.
Amateur MMA is very exciting, especially when it's without shin guards and stuff, and there is money on the line, and there's bonus after bonus after bonus. So I'm not in a hurry to take these kids to a pro level yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of many prospects coming out of Nepal. I don't want to take their names right now, but in the next year or two, you'll see a wave of pro fighters from Nepal coming along. But they're super young. I don't
Yeah.
want to force them into pro before they're ready. So
Right.
a lot of people ask me, why not do pro events with the local kids here? I'm like, brother, it's a slow, tedious process from jumping from amateurs to the pros, right? And
Right.
this time we partnered up with Khagendra from Pokhara. He brought his Muay Thai card, and we, collabed. And there was a lot of Indian fighters too, like Sagar Thapa,
Yeah.
uh,
Sarita.
guys from, yeah, sorry, like MMA fighters who took their chance in pro Muay Thai, and so stayed busy and made some networking connections with fighters, coaches, some good, some not so good. So that's how we learn, I guess, and grow. But at the same time, Rabindra, I don't want to talk much about Rabindra because he's already a made man. He's already
Right.
on his path.
Right.
He's already with Soma right now, and I'm not exactly his coach anymore. I'm just his manager right now. So 2026 is going to be a big year for him. I don't want to say much on that. Probably we'll do a whole different video on that soon when time comes. But right now, my focus is solely been on amateurs, from India, from Nepal, trying to match them up, like guys from Arunachal, Pune, Kim from Calcutta, everywhere, and make them fight guys from Pokhara, Kathmandu, Damak, and all these different cities. And amateur is where is it is at right now, I think, because I don't want to throw these kids into serious deep waters too soon, because I
Right.
care about. At the same time, I want them to get like experience as much as they can too.
Yeah.
So India and Nepal. I'm not just talking about Nepal. I respect all the gyms, coaches, every fighters from India, everyone, every single one of them who comes and shows up at NWC. And I don't think there is one bad thing anyone from visiting fighters or coaches can tell about our promotion, NWC, and the way we treat fighters, the way we to try to train them to be pros in the future, because we do all the photo shoot, the everything, like promoting part, the face offs, the weigh-ins. I'm just trying to help them, what to say, prepare themselves to be good pros, so
Yeah.
that if they're not trained in the amateur ranks, then suddenly they jump into pros and they don't know what media is, what interview is, and that part of the game sucks them.
Right.
So that's been my goal. So 2025, you just asked me to reflect it right now. Yeah, Rabindra's win was good. I thought people, we earned our respect, but respect goes only few some way. You gotta keep working, keep bringing out fighters, male and female, keep doing events, keep training, showing up at the gym for your guys and girls every single freaking day, regardless of injuries. No one's gonna ask or do be like, your shoulder is injured, your back is injured. Like, no one's gonna ask that. Fighters and coaches. So it was good year for Rabindra also.
Right.
So it was a good year for everyone,
Yeah, no doubt.
including yourself too, bro. I see you with abs and freaking like flexing your body and shit. Like, yo, what's up with
Oh,
7,000 subs in YouTube, bro? And now you're suddenly picking on fights with fucking that MMA Dost guy.
oh, that you know me, and you know me. I'm going to call out bullshit when I have to. So that was just him not doing his research. So that had to be called out. Yeah, I really enjoy doing this, and it's been a good year. I'm trying to stay fit because I'm getting older, and as you know, a
Bro, you
big
know what? Respect is your currency. You
yeah,
gain a fighter's respect by you yourself training so
right.
yeah. And even like you have that bag behind you and that body shield behind you.
That I
And
have
I
to
mean
play
that
a
goes a
bit
long
into the
way.
game. But
Bro,
right, 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 right.
you
I,
look like you got a mean punch, huh? You got like
huh?
a mean cross and hook going on right
Oh
now, dude.
no, you're just flattering me for no reason now. I
I
think
bro, I'm not patronizing you. I swear, bro. I'm telling you, if it was shit, I would say it was a shit one. You
I
know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this guy is really training and putting his effort on the bag and shit.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
see your shots like improving. Not I'm not saying you fucking like Canelo or some shit like that, but it's probably better than that MMA Dost guy for sure, bro.
I mean that way I don't want to compare myself to anyone, but yes,
Bro, why you playing safe, son? Why you playing
no,
safe, bro?
no, I didn't
Come
play
on.
safe. When I had to call him out, I called him out. No, but my point being, yes, I appreciate it, and coming from you, it means a lot. But anyway, so right now that we recapped a bit of your year, look at you smiling there. One thing that I wanted to that I picked up from what you were saying was that you repeated it essentially was that you don't want your amateurs to go into the deep end immediately, which is why you want them to take their time as amateurs, right? So what would be your criteria for
Yes,
when
sir.
you yeah, when do you decide that this is the time that this guy or girl is ready to go pro? What is the parameter that your student has to meet to be able to reach that situation? Because let's be very real, coach. Like a lot of the fighters, they get into this sport because they really need to put money and food on the table. Like so. They are eager and they're itching to go pro. I have seen that, and obviously you have seen that too, which is why you're trying to hold them back and make sure they're ready. But at some point, you have to let them go. And what is that point?
Mm, just in training, man. You'll see it in training. I
Right.
mean, I'm in the gym, so I'm not gonna say like 20 fights or like 30 amateur fights, like some people are just ready. I see how they train with Robindra when Robindra's around. I see how they train among them because I've seen the pro level, to a certain extent. And I
Yeah.
can judge a little bit, I think, better than anybody right now around my team to be like, okay, this guy, depending on their age and everything, there's a lot of things. So depending on all that and their performance in training and how committed they are to training and how durable they are, how their physique has turned out, the injury, and I never force anyone to go pro, bro. I never do. I
No,
swear.
I am.
Till now, bro. Till
A bit.
now, I tell them if you're earning money, if money is what you want, right? If you're going to pro, you should go to pro with a feeling of being a champ, world champion. That's how you should train. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that
Right.
hunger, there are guys who have come to my gym, who have trained with me, who have competed in amateur, and I tell them, bro, you're not cut out for pro. Just train, just fight. If you just want to fight, earn a little respect here and there, eventually maybe start your gym. So yeah, I
Yeah.
never force anyone to go to pro as such like that. Like I have guys who I know are ready to go into pro, but
Right.
I need to have talk to them, is this the path you want to go down? Because
Right.
we cannot half-ass this process. I don't want to be in a corner of anyone who just wants to be a journeyman, who's just doing it for Instagram and shit. I want to go down the road with someone who's willing to kill or be killed. Touch wood.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you worry about fighters today in Nepal, in India, getting too attached to this social media thing? Because I totally agree that they need to put themselves out there. But in my opinion, as an outsider who just, see, as a fan, I feel like sometimes they're focused way more on social media. And do you face that with your students?
Like most things in life, like everything, it has like a point of diminishing return, like a graph, like your your training should be matching your freaking Instagram.
Yeah.
If Instagram's graph is higher, then I think, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Especially in amateur, you don't worry about pros, bro. Please promote yourself, guys. Please promote yourself or find a way, find a coach or find your sister, brother, someone to run a basic social media as well. Because nowadays, like promotions will directly go to your Instagram and see how sellable you are as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're an ugly looking motherfucker and you fight like shit, bro, find another job.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay.
It's that, bro. You think if Conor McGregor was like an ugly looking guy, like, you know what I'm saying? Just saying. One thing, bro, I'll be honest. Nilesh Chaudhary is a good looking kid, man. I
Hmm.
swear. And he won too, right? Right now, Nilesh Chaudhary, if he uses this momentum as a heel and keeps going, he's a good looking kid, man. He's got the height, he walks the walk, talk now, fought like it. I'm sure Con Jarbin didn't see that coming as well. Con is I personally thought it was gonna be a good close fight, that Arturo bout. But right now, Nilesh, man, what a way to end the year. And I'm just saying, like Nilesh also, people, it was about to counter his ass as well, because the way he like made didn't fight that semifinal and all that. Now he has the ball in his court with that 5 lakhs IC in his pocket. Now he has the chance to prove and fight Nietzo and stuff. So Nietzo is a good looking kid too. You have to look the part to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And look the look too, not just entertainment, bro. Nietzo, he's in like Amazon Prime and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, he's been working with Manoj Bajpayee and all,
Yeah.
bro. What the hell, man? So you
See.
think they took him for nothing? It's like when two ugly looking guys fight and they're like with the same skill level, and two good looking guys fight with the same skill level. Bro, you can, as a promoter, you can market these two good looking guys, one northeastern, one mainlander guy. Now Artuto can cook it up, make make them talk their talk. Like, bro, it's gonna be a big fight. I
For
swear.
sure.
Talking
For sure.
about promotion and social
Yeah.
media and all that. Now the fighters, these two, they just need to train, 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 and let Arturo do the marketing, social media, and all that stuff.
Mm.
Obviously, I told you before, social media is important, but it is not. It's not the fighter's job. They should align themselves with people who will do it for them. If the fighter is wasting their time scrolling, posting, reading comments, this, that, bro, it's a lost cause.
Okay.
But I'm glad like there's Coach Sid in his side, cross train side, and there's TCA and Artuto on the other side, like in Artuto in the middle, now social media, this is where you cook up the fight, guys. I wish. I could do this fight in NWC.
Mm.
I
No, for
just
sure.
wish.
The
It's
moment that fight ended, that's what I was saying on the live stream also. Like, this is going to be probably, this is the first year for us in Indian MMA. I feel like we have entered into another year with one fight all of us really want to see. So that's really exciting. And I totally agree with you when it comes to the entertainment aspect of it. Nilesh has not only like as per you, he's good looking. He's also a model. So these things 100% play a role. I agree with that. I guess what you're saying is your fighter should not
obviously the
go.
fighting style matters, number one.
Oh, of
Don't
course.
get me wrong.
No, no doubt, no
Obviously
doubt.
how you fight. Are you a knockout? Are you going for the kill, or are you just a hugger? You know what I'm saying? That
Mm,
matters a lot. Are you just gonna hug it the entire fight, or are you gonna throw bombs? Shout
mm,
out to Con. He was going for Nilesh's head, bro, the entire fight. He didn't land, like he missed, but he went on his shield. So shout out to Con as well. I'm a huge, huge fan of Con Jarvin, man. I've seen that kid fight multiple times, and the way he carries himself before, during, and after the fight is something like a lot of people can learn from. What
100%.
they say, like win with grace and lose with dignity. That's what defines a true gentleman. And shout out to Korn.
100%.
He'll
Yeah.
he'll he'll be back.
Khan knows how to carry himself, no doubt. Yeah, I think he'll be back for sure. I think this I feel like Nilesh. That's what I said in my final prediction. Also, is we might see this talent like erupt a bit for the next year or two. Is what my opinion is. I haven't seen him take too many shots, so that's the only question that I have is like how durable can he be if he has to deal with that situation. But if you go back and see my first interview with him before he went pro, I think the hunger, the dedication to the sport is quite visible. This guy, and that's what I messaged him after he won. Is like I just hope this hunger just doesn't disappear, because I think the moment that goes away, and we've seen it a few times in our scene here, so we're just hoping for the best. And
Nah, nah.
yeah,
I just hope like injuries are a big factor, behind the scene.
true,
You don't know what Korn was like coming into the fight. You don't know what Nilesh was like coming into the fight.
I
Everyone has their issues.
right,
So it's a big factor. There's some sort of luck also matters, how lucky you are that you don't get like fucked up in training. There's
true,
the huge factor in someone's career, like injuries. You
yeah,
got to be smart about like how you train, who you train, where you train, and stuff. That's my advice to all fighters. Don't just train with random people, like randomly.
right,
If you feel someone a good training partner, just have that. It's easier said than done, but just be like, yo, I don't want to train. Say it in a good way.
yeah,
Just avoid that I mean, spaz in the room.
mm,
Sometimes beginners are the most dangerous people on the mats because they don't have any control.
true,
So yeah, you gotta be careful. Once you want to be pro, you want to be a good level amateur fighter, take care of your training yourself. Be alert, be alert for anything. Like if a beginner guy is messing you up, that means you suck yourself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You didn't have you weren't alert enough. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So yeah, so this was a good year for all Indian MMA, MFN, Anthony Pettis, whatever the fuck that was.
At least you have a
Like
promotion which is going to do some events. I get your issue with the
yeah,
pay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should pay fighters more, bro.
for
Like I think
sure.
NWC we pay more than like Anthony Pettis.
I mean,
So
I
I
I
don't
won't be
know.
against it at all. I'm really glad that you're bringing it up. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just talking from a promoter's point of view. Like you're paying fighters $300 to show, $300 to win. We pay
Okay.
amateurs more than that, bro.
Okay,
We
so
pay
you
amateurs more than that.
Your fighter, they offered you your fighter a fight with this contract.
No, a fighter I know very dear closely.
Okay, okay,
I
okay,
don't want to tell
okay.
you.
Okay,
So
because
the
I didn't
pay
know
was like,
right. Because I didn't know how
I'm
much they're
telling
exactly
you.
paying. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they pay different fighters differently, but when you're paying a pro fighter, you cannot be paying 300, 300.
Hmm.
That's what we pay amateurs here in Nepal, and we are a third world country. You guys are the fourth biggest economy in the world. How does that, what I'm saying, brother?
Do you think like when you're making this criticism, it's also because of the brand that APFC is and what we expect from it? Is that the fair way to put it?
No, bro, this is all a facade. It's all smoke and mirrors, like UFC Fight Pass, UFC this, like Anthony Pettis, like, bro, just pay the fighters. I'm sure Anthony Pettis also doesn't know that they're paying fighters 300, 300.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised. I actually believe you on that. But yeah, it is interesting. I guess
I'm
the
not
reason.
criticizing, bro. I'm always feel like I always need to talk for the fighters because some people are really bitch asses. They try to play safe and play behind the scene. Bro, I'll say shit like whatever I see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for nobody. I will work with people, but I'm not answerable to anybody. You know what I'm saying? We are our own people here. If you respect the fighters, you have my respect. Like MFN, they pay good. They pay good, like proper. They might not do shows as often as you would like them to, but
Hmm.
when they pay like good money for base fighters as well, let alone their champs and stuff. That's different thing. But like when you call yourself UFC Fight Pass, this, that, and you are raw dogging our fighters,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
talk about like other promotions right now. I'll just talk about. I gotta say something to Arturo though,
Okay,
bro.
good. Yeah. Let us know what your
Like
thoughts are.
I like watching Arturo. I follow their fighters. We have given Konjarbin. We have given some of like a fighter with like Namdol. We have given Yumter. A lot of Arunachali fighters their chance. Thor Perme, all those guys in NWC. I invited them with much respect. Showed them all the hospitality I could.
Yeah.
But we haven't yet been invited to their promotion. I don't know. Like, what's
Okay.
up?
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay. I
what's
think
up?
you mentioned this during the live stream also. Right. 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 Right.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I did. I'm like, I understand we don't have pro fighters, but they do amateur fights as well. I know for a fact they do. Why don't you get my guys and girls on Arturo's show? Like, we gave you a shot. We gave your youngest guy a shot against the MFN contender guy. Show me our respect as well, Arunachal. Let's go. With all due respect, show us our respect as well. You want us to play host? We've been the best host. Ask your fighters. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to Arturo. I
Right.
don't know who's running the show there, who's making shows and this and that. I've been nothing but nice to Arturo, and bro, this almost 10 fighters, I think, in last couple of years I've hosted Arunachal because I have all the respect and appreciation for them. But I'm still waiting for a call for my guys and girls to come and
Right.
put up a show for the Arunachal people because I know they do a good job. No, I invite so many people. Invite people from Nagaland, Assam, everywhere, and pay them good, put them in good hotels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for like I'm gonna put like couple of guys in pro this year. I hope to get invitation in India to do pro debuts for Rahul Thakuri, Kunjan. Eventually, more guys are gonna come up. I'm still waiting for a good matchup. I've
Right.
done all the. I've always paired them up with good matchups. You know what I'm saying? They might offer, but they'll give some really ridiculous offer. I'm not. Give me the respect I've given you guys. What's
Mm.
up?
Fair
I'm
enough.
asking you. I'm looking at the camera and saying, yo, give me the respect and my guys the respect that I've built and trust I've built over the years. I'm saying Rabindra has bought respect, but that's Rabindra. He's moved on already. I'm asking respect for NWC and the fighters from NWC and Lock and Roll. Let's go 2026. I hope to be traveling to India, taking my fighters to India and these different promotions, pro and amateur. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
has to be like meet me halfway. Meet me
Right.
halfway, please.
And yeah, I think Aturto in general, if for some reason they weren't reaching out to you, I think your message is pretty clear. I don't think there could be any particular reason that they would be avoiding getting fighters from Nepal.
The Northeast is filled with Nepali people.
I think at some point you and probably the man who runs the promotion, Higio Tarak, can anyway have a conversation. I
I
would.
know Higio, bro. I met him. He was in Kathmandu.
Right,
I told him like I have a bunch of fighters. Give them a chance, bro.
right,
Like I don't know. He doesn't have Instagram, and I don't have WhatsApp, so that might be a problem as well.
yeah, yeah. Because
But
I
I'm
know
not
them
hard to
that.
find.
Yeah,
I'm not hard to find. I'm
right.
not hard to find.
Right. I'm pretty sure this message is quite clear, and I'm hoping that they, because I do think they are one of the better promotions in our country right now. The way they
Likewise,
market,
I
yeah,
think so too. I
they
think so
market
too.
everything so well. They know how to build a narrative, and if anything, Rabindra's performance in MFN this year proved that the Nepal versus India sort of situation, rivalry, whatever you want to call it, in the MMA scene, it gains a lot of traction. Like there is no doubt that MFN's biggest event ever was this past event. So it also only makes sense as a promoter also. And I hope you guys can work it out.
I'm
Right.
not looking for main event and all that. Guys do your give us some prelim undercard.
Mhm.
Let us humbly work our way up. Because
Right.
if you call us, I'll promote the shit out of those fights as well.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
So unless me being a promoter is an issue, I don't see any issue for not calling my guys and girls.
Even if you're a promoter, how would that be an issue? It's not like you'll take over the
I'm
promotion.
just speculating. I'm just speculating because
Okay.
there's not been any conversation. So I can speculate at this moment.
I'm
You
sure there'll
know?
be,
Mm.
and I think they have a lot of big things planned this year. So I hope
I'm
this
sure they
can,
do,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
With that fucking bro. If I had a government backing my show, bro, I swear I would make MMA like like what do you call it, the premier sport. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you say is the premier sport? Is it cricket in Nepal also?
Yeah, right now it's cricket,
Amazing.
bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, cricket. It's a good sport, man. I like cricket and I like how it brings our Nepalese people together.
Like, do you feel a lot of pressure after producing a talent like Rabindra Dhan? Like, do you feel like there's some extra pressure on you to continue producing that caliber of athlete moving forward, or how do you
Of
go
course.
about that?
I don't know, make it seem like we're a flash in the pan country.
Yeah,
Like but I am so confident because there are kids who are working their way up, you know. And it will take time, bro. I'm not saying this year, next year, or whenever. It will take few years, 4 or 5 years. And you will see, like I said earlier, a wave of pros coming up. And my motivation is not gonna dwindle in any way. So I'm even more motivated now to work 1,000 times harder, as much as I can, for these guys and girls, because I know how dedicated they are to the sport, and it only makes sense how much we as coaches meet them in the middle and run after glory, with
right.
them in front of us, of course. Yeah, that's a good question. I do feel the pressure, but it's all right.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm just very curious about all this kind of stuff because I was thinking about this, the different kinds of roles that you juggle, right? Because you've gone from being a coach to being a promoter to essentially like being the face of Nepalese MMA. Let's like, I'm not, from what I have figured out from the Nepalese fans who I interact with, many of them might argue that they might put you on the same level as Rabindra Dhant. Many of them say that you are not, like, if there's no you, there's no Rabindra Dhant, and vice versa. So, uh, the thought,
Those people are just nah, bro. Like I said, talking about Rabindra, let's not even like bring Rabindra in. All right,
my point
because
being,
because I've heard people say that. Let's just be honest. If Rabindra wasn't there, I wouldn't be here. It's just simple, not the other way. Rabindra would have found he would have found any other gym in Delhi or somehow or the other. He would have found a gym. Maybe he would have ended up in Cross Train or Warriors Cove, whatever in Delhi, and would have had his path. It wouldn't be a thing. It's him who chose, like, okay, I want to work with this unproven coach back home, and let's go.
yeah,
So I'm here talking to you, and as me as a coach, but brother, like you said, I've been juggling a lot of things lately.
Yeah.
And coaching is something I do it behind the scene. Just because I don't break down fights, post it, and do like polls, this, that on Instagram doesn't mean I'm not studying, doesn't mean I'm not reading like of my material, doesn't mean I'm not aware of what's working, what's not working. You know what I'm saying? Just because I
Right.
don't have like in my Instagram, coach, this, that doesn't mean I don't give a fuck about coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to put up Diwiz Jiu-Jitsu or something like that in my Instagram handle just for people to know, okay, he's a coach. Like, I
Right.
do coach because I love to do coach and I make some money from coaching and running gyms. But beside that, I don't want it to be what, of course, that is what I do. That
Yeah.
is from what I wake up in the morning till at night, I am only thinking about, okay, how can this fighter, that fighter come? Okay, how can the beginners, how can hobbyists in the gym learn? How can I make the sport of MMA, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing more palatable for a beginner who's just coming to the gym and doesn't have fighting aspirations, but just wants to do it for hobby or fitness. So I am a coach for them too. I'm not just a coach for Robin or fighters or amateur fighters. I'm not just. I have to think about the worst in the class up to the best in the class. So you know what I'm saying? That is something I have been blessed in this life by grace of God that I have that role right now to I'll never take it for granted. Never ever have I taken in anything that comes in my coaching plate. When a talent or a kid comes, I've always tried to put their needs first. And yeah, of course, if it needs me to promote it a little from stirring a little pot here and there, promote their name a little bit so people are interested a little bit, at the risk of me looking cocky or looking overconfident. But I don't think of it that I just try and say whatever I feel.
Okay.
So that people take that, they think being a coach, I have to be like, ha, sir, ha. You know what I'm saying? Hame hamilana types. Kanta hame hamilana types. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the kids in the gym feed off my energy as well.
Okay, yes, that's what I wanted to catch up on. Is key. Do you think sometimes you being, as you yourself said, being a little cocky, does that put a target, a bigger target on your boys and girls' back, like when they go into a fight? And do you care about that? Does that matter to you?
Mm, I don't think so. I don't think so. Did it matter when we Rabindra fought Jungren? I don't think so.
Mm,
Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these two are gonna fight. They have signed up for what we call is a sport, but to a certain extent, it's entertainment as well.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to address the entertainment part of it. Like for example, today I was Piyush and I, we were going off on Instagram in some video regarding some fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not. We're not just going off like that. I'm just trying to like promote a fighter, hype up a amateur fighter.
Right,
I'm
right.
an amateur promoter too. Like I said in the
Mm,
previous talk we had. So when we are trying to hype up these kids in the gym, back and forth, Piyush and I know what we're doing. He's a smart guy too.
yeah.
He understands our playbook. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, we are putting these kids who are training, who want to fight in a mock scene where tomorrow they might end up being in a pro fight where they are
Yeah.
trash talking a bit. So they have been there before.
That's what I got. That's the idea I got, that you want to 100% give your amateurs just that experience, to feel that energy that they might feel before they actually have to have real consequences in their pro record. So yeah, I
Yes,
totally
sir.
yeah, yeah. All right, all right. So coming back to a few things, I just had like few basic questions because the last time we talked, I didn't have the time to sort of delve into more
Oh,
of.
nice jacket, man. Sorry to cut you
Oh,
off, bro. I like
oh,
that jacket, man.
thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a furry shirt. I got it a while back. But what I was trying to figure out was, because last time we were focused more on the fight, energies were quite different, I must say. Uh,
Very much. Yeah.
right? And but this time I just wanted to pick a bit on your coaching philosophy, like in terms of, I don't want to make it sound too fancy, but what I mean is, um, one example, if I could ask you in a more direct manner, would be, what is a certain red flag for you as a coach, whenever someone new approaches you at your gym, Lock and Roll MMA, can you drop us some, things that just are a no-go for you? And you being a coach for a while, I'm pretty sure you've picked up on some of these patterns. Like this is just one of the few questions.
I have one. I have one.
Yeah.
I don't. I have to think really about like. There's so many, but the recent one I got a little taken back and annoyed was like when we were an MMA gym, you know. So some jujitsu guy came from gym during a kickboxing sparring day, and he knew coming in it's a kickboxing sparring day because he was geared up with the kickboxing gloves and kickboxing shin pads and all that stuff. Came to the gym, new guy, young guy, 17, 18-year-old kid, you know. And I was just sparring with him a little bit, and he's decent in jiu-jitsu, all right, probably blue belt level. But he's come in a kickboxing day,
Mhm.
right? And we're sparring, and I'm just touching him up, just trying to show him where he's reacting to my feints, and you know what I'm saying? Just I'm just touching him slowly. And he just with my feints, he's losing because like he's reacting to every feint and he's already tired mentally. And I
Hmm.
haven't even thrown a good shot. Like I'm just jabbing his glove, touching his body, just you know what I'm saying? And he's reacting. And then in the middle of sparring, he says, I so wanna shoot on you right now. I'm like, brother, like what? I'll just watch or what then. I'm like, bro, come on, like change. I know I was you as well when I was doing jujitsu. I thought jujitsu was all in like oh shit, like Moses types in the tablet, fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? Almost to a point of being like culty types. But then I realized soon, you know, way early that nah, bro, you need to learn how to box. You need to learn how the boxing range, the MMA range it's very different from wrestling range. The MMA kickboxing range is very different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is what my coaching philosophy right now is. Very much like Bruce Lee. You know, take the best from all the sport
Hmm.
and don't be fixated in one is all in types. So that kid, he was not. He was vulnerable, but he should have just shut the fuck up and block my kicks and not be like, I want to shoot on you. I'm like, bro, I'll guillotine the fuck out of you if you do that. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, no, just not, it's not a red flag, but it just shows that we have evolved. It's 2026, January 1st right now. The sport is MMA. That is the sport. You know what I'm saying? You cannot break it down into jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing no more. That is my philosophy. Do everything, take the best, cage wrestling, all that stuff. Very learn how to get up if taken down, expose your back, all the rear neck, everything. You have to learn how to do a triangle, escape, everything from best of the best. You have to learn how to shoot, everything. You cannot be fixated in that. Obviously, I love jiu-jitsu. The older I'm getting in my 30s now, I'm falling in love with jiu-jitsu more and more. But if you're a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid, learn to throw hands, learn to wrestle, learn to do everything, learn to shoot, understand takedown defenses, all that stuff, you know. So yeah, the curriculum at Lock and Roll is slowly and slowly going. It started as a jiu-jitsu gym initially
Okay. Okay.
with a little bit of kickboxing, but
Right.
now I'm trying to take it more into proper 50-50, you know.
Oh, I love seeing your guys' like stories. I keep responding to you on the on that page as well because like I think the mat space is really beautiful. It seems like a quite a decent sized gym, and it seems like the guys are picking up. Like obviously, we're not going to be able to judge until they fight in pro
Yeah,
fights,
yeah,
but
of course, of course, of course.
yeah, but they look. I have to say, like I see a
Yeah,
lot of.
our fight team we train every day at 10:30 to 12, you
Uh,
know. I don't post much about our fight team training.
right, right,
I
right, right, right.
doesn't mean our fight team is not training, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro? We training. I post more of like the beginners or just light sparring days,
yeah, yeah,
more technical aspect, what we are really working on, or the inner, like the competition team. I
yeah.
try and not post about that at all,
Yeah,
actually.
even the technical sparring videos I like when you are sort of giving like I've seen a few of those where you're training some of the younger ones, you're going thoda sa giving them some work. I love seeing those because so many of them seem comfortable enough to be trying out new stuff, and that's always cool to see.
Because I love to work my defense as well in
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu and kickboxing as well,
yeah,
because I let them work, you know. I let them. I'm focused. I go into a training thinking, okay, this guy is this level. Doesn't make sense for me to just go hard on him because I'm
yeah,
not learning anything. So I'll purposefully, as a coach, I'll expose my back or my leg or my hand or something and try and work my defense. If
right.
you know what I mean.
Oh,
I let
100%.
them kick me in my body, let them rip my body. I tell them to go hard a little bit on me. I'll, defense, footwork, depending on the level. If there's some fighter who is more or less my level, then we go at it,
Yeah,
you know. But
yeah,
yeah, more or less, yeah. Our gym is pretty safe. You ask any Indian fighter who's come like Sarita, you can talk to her, ask her what our gym culture is. I like to think she's enjoyed her stay so far here,
yeah.
and
No, I've
yeah, I
only
see.
heard good things. Yeah, I've only heard good things from anyone
So
who
we got a lot
trained.
of fighters this time, from India, from Mutant in NWC and Contender Series. We had fighters from Mutant, from Dojang, from
Yeah.
all these Pune, Mumbai gyms,
Hmm.
So I hope to just keep doing that. Be humble enough to understand that I'm still an amateur coach, like not yet. As long as I have not produced at least five or six decent pros, I will not uh, seven. Let me just say seven good professional fighters in my career as a coach. If I have not produced them single-handedly without them coming from any gym or being like, I will bring it from grassroots up to a pro level.
Right.
That's my goal. At least seven fighters in the next 10 years, good fighters.
Yeah.
I'll be realistic. Our population is also very small compared to that of India. India will have a higher influx of pro fighters coming from every state.
Yeah.
We're comparatively a small state of India, So I have
But
to be
one
real.
thing I do have to say is though, like when it comes to that, I think if anything, this sport has proven like we have some of the most dominant champions for coming out of Dagestan, which is such a small place. It's really famous now, but you, as someone who's been watching the sport for a very long time, we didn't know shit about Dagestan for a long time, and then now every fucking kid is talking about Dagestan, Dagestan. So I totally don't. I totally think like
Bro, like UFC, let's talk UFC, man.
yeah,
They're doing politics, man. They're stopping
yeah,
Dagestani fighters coming in more and more. Not
ha,
just
because
UFC, not just UFC, all American companies, like
yeah,
they don't want because these Daggies and Chechens have been like eating up one championship, PFL, UFC,
everything.
everything,
Yeah.
So it's even Ryzen, some
Yeah.
Eastern European guy became a champion.
Yeah. They'll
I
cut
think
the
so.
weight. Yeah, 100%.
So so number one is they are cheaper. You can pay
Yeah.
them as a promoter. I feel they can pay them cheap. But number two is they're not good at promoting themselves.
Yeah. That's the problem.
We're in the age of chicks and booze and dope and shit, and these guys come in talking about God and keeping it like it should be. People
Mm.
don't want to see that, People don't want to
Yeah.
see. I honestly, bro, it's a brutal sport.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I love God, man. God and I, like God said, God and I, we good, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
No, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're
But
not the most
UFC wants
marketable
guys like
fighters.
Sean Strickland, a little
Yeah.
controversial guys, or you gotta be uh, or you gotta bring either you gotta be a degenerate fighter, or you gotta bring in people who are degenerates. Like for example, Paddy, he brings
Mm.
in all the British crowd. They fucking splurge money
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
buying
Yeah.
merch, this, that, or you gotta be like Diego Lopez, brings in the
Mm.
degenerate Mexican crowd.
Mm.
You know what
It's
I'm saying? If
interesting.
you
Yeah.
So you got to look at it from a promoter point of view. Okay, the fighter is a boring fighter, but
Mm.
if he brings in insane amount of money in pounds or in pesos or whatever it is, like, but they bring booze money, they bring betting money, they bring all these kind of money to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they bring people from those countries.
Mm.
Obviously, they would if it was by the book. Then Dagestani guys, obviously, Dagestani people are not gonna come and drink in Vegas. They're not gonna come and gamble in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So yeah, either you have to be like a crazy fighter yourself, or if you're well-behaved fighter, you gotta bring crazy people behind you, you
I
know.
mean, yeah, I personally think I don't know if you have to be crazy the entire time, but like in terms of either you're a performer, which is like the best example is Khamzat Chimaev. He's not the best person to look at, but like he performs
But
like
he's crazy, isn't
yeah.
he?
No, but
For him to go pick
crazy.
up a fighter and take him in front of a promoter and choke him out, that's only
I
crazy
think
people do that.
no, I mean it's crazy for sure, but he's not only crazy, he's like the best grappler we've probably ever seen in the sport. So that's the biggest thing. So I think at the end of the day, you're right. Like performance, either you perform and give us entertaining finishes and don't speak our language. We don't need to hear anything from you. Like Oliveira is an example. Everybody loves Oliveira. He's never spoken a word of
But
English.
he brings the degenerate Brazilians too.
I mean, but that's because the degenerate pride is attached to him winning. Like that's what I feel like because he's got so much pride to them. Like I'm
But
pretty
I
sure
don't
that
understand your point. So why aren't Dagestanis being, if the pride, I don't think there are any more pride, I
no,
mean,
I'm just
proud
saying no,
people
no.
in
I'm
Dagestan.
saying my point being ki even if the Dagestani guys, the ones that are famous, even if they're not the most, they don't talk the best. They are the best performers. Like Islam Makhachev is pound for pound the best. Khabib was the best. Umar Nurmagomedov is top five in the UFC. There are many other Dagestani fighters who don't talk well and also not performing well, like Tagir, the guy who recently
Why
lost
do
the.
you think Islam is trying to be a comedian? Because he's trying to speak English and through humor, trying to bring
Yeah, now
audience,
he's trying to double up on.
blatant,
Yeah.
obvious humor. He's gonna say, like Khabib, I'll smash you. There's
Hmm.
nothing funny actually. If an English speaking guy says, I'll smash you, it's not funny. But when Khabib has taken time to learn English and
Yeah.
skill himself, so for Dagestani fighters, they just need to be like Khabib or learn the language, brother.
That's what
Learn
even
the language.
Islam himself was saying in an interview. He was like he asked because it's always good. The moment Canelo started speaking English, everybody lost their mind because now we know his personality so much better. Before Canelo spoke English, I used to think he's like not the most mean guy, but once he started speaking English, you're like, bro, this guy abuses everyone. Yeah,
So,
that's
the language is important, you know. So,
yeah.
beside entertainment, either you have to bring in the degenerate crowd. There's so many variables. Either you gotta be a good fighter, but obviously being a good fighter
Is
is
the
above.
best. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Like going back
100%.
to the same social media thing, why do you
Right,
want to use social media to bring in the degenerate people?
right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like Khabib and all, they don't use social media much as compared to Sean Strickland or Sean O'Malley or all these American fighters who use that American freedom of speech and behavior to bring in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
there's a lot of things. I break down the sport of MMA in a like a weird way. I don't write it down, but there's so many tangents, you know, like why UFC is working this way. I have my own theory. Most of the
And
time I'm
And I do think like you have to think that, not have to, but like it's better for you to think that way because you're constantly analyzing as a promoter as well, and it's good to pick up on trends. And maybe even Paddy getting a title shot like
bro,
that is
British market pays, bro. You know what I'm saying? In
pounds.
pounds, bro, in pounds. So, you know what I'm saying? British, Australian, New Zealand, freaking hell. They're trying to break through to Spain and Europe, but that octagon is a
Yeah,
big deal in Europe right now.
Octagon is really
So
good.
they have their territory. UFC is not being able to like infiltrate the octagon territory because right now Germany, all these countries around there, octagon is number one according to my research. I just found out. So another one I'm interested in studying like is Ryzen,
Mm.
how they are slowly and sneakily coming up. Yesterday they just had a show where 65,000 people were there in a stadium, bro. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's like old pride numbers.
I think Ryzen has every year like a New Year event, and I think they've even done like 90,000 at one point.
But that's what like I don't know which video or some breakdown I saw which made so much sense that there's only three promotions in the world that are making money right now. Ev-
100%.
That's UFC, obviously. Other one, Octagon and Ryzen. These
Yeah.
three. That's why I'm talking about these three. And I've been studying their business model and stuff. They do stadium shows in like football stadiums in Germany, like Hamburg, in football stadiums, bro, Dortmund, all these things where 70, 80,000 people are paying live to watch. Like, obviously, they're juiced, but you know what I'm saying? Some
Who isn't
fighters in
who isn't juiced? I
who is
think
it? Who
yeah.
isn't? That's true. Who isn't?
It's me probably who isn't juiced. Everybody else is anyway. But I mean, okay. So I had just had like a few more questions, and then I'll probably let you go. But one thing that I was thinking about when it came to development of other promotions, like in this region, like what you as as someone who is a coach who has fighters you send, what are some things that you want to see improve? Not the more normal ones like a pay being offered and stuff like that, but what are some things that repeatedly seem to bother
Bro,
you?
bro, like let's just make it clear. I'm not asking all amateurs promotions to be like NWC.
Right.
You know, obviously one day the NWC is gonna turn into a full pro card as well.
Yeah.
But this is where we are practicing to be pros as well.
Yeah.
When I'm saying, I'm not boasting, I'm just speaking facts that
No, that yeah,
NWC.
it's a fact. Yeah, the 100%.
Sure.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm telling I'm not boasting, I'm being like factual. Like we pay on time, bonuses, multiple bonuses to amateur fighters, pay for their hotels, the coaches' hotels, the cornermen's hotels, take their videos, whatever, promote them like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pay for the judges, the commission. There's bro, insane amount of logistic headache. Beside that, for me, like going back to your question, um I just wish like there was more transparent communication between the upcoming promotions in this region. Like you said, if like KFN, NWC, we are in very good communication terms, like
Right.
Rusal Gole. And so we send our fighters each other's promotion, and it gives them more activity and everything. But I would love to, going back to Artuto, I would love to have more like communication with their brass, the people who make matches, because I know
Right.
we can offer a lot of talent and storylines to make their events even more interesting at an amateur level as well.
Right.
So first thing, communication. Let's open a communication, something like a
Hmm.
group or something where different promotions are setting dates and stuff, so we don't clash dates. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Clash dates, events, so there can be some sort of calendar as
Like an
well.
ecosystem where all of
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
That
Yeah.
will really help the fighters and us as well. We can help each other. We
Hmm.
can help each other so many ways I can think of. You
100%.
know,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that would be one communication. Not just obviously there's gonna be like who's the better one kind of competition, but if that's the game people want to play, then okay, we can play that game as well. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I would like to have better communication with people, coaches, fighters, and
Yeah.
stuff. Um, I would want the amateur fighters and coaches. No, that was a promotion side.
Yeah.
Now talking about more to for amateur fighters. I want them to remember they are amateurs at the end of the day, you know. Don't let it get to the head. Like focus on
Hmm.
your skills. You don't need to promote or your social media so much when you're an amateur. Just get up the ranks, like just let your highlight, because right now everything becomes a highlight. Fucking locker room, India will share immediately, and you are a mini celebrity, you're a mini corner in fucking India, you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And you just focus on your give a good string of like performances, and you'll get picked up, because I know there's so many hungry managers and shit in India right now.
Hmm.
So you will get picked up to promotions, you will get your shot at Nisa, you will get your shot at One, you will get your shot at all these different promotions. But just focus, amateur fighters, please. If you're fighting in the amateur ring cage, just focus on your fighting and not on all those like, what I'm saying, be respectful to people. Like there was an instance this time where like a visiting fighter was like engaging with the crowd with middle fingers and stuff.
Hmm.
It's an Indian fighter.
Hmm.
That guy, brother, trust me, that was risky.
Oh,
That
it's
could have,
risky. Yeah.
bro,
100%. Yeah.
bro. I understand you're a fighter. You cannot be, even if there was some abuse from the crowd, let's say,
Right.
right? I understand you won. You get up on the cage and you show middle fingers to the crowd. I could not have stopped the crowd from coming there and whooping your ass.
That's
You know what
actually
I'm saying?
happened. Yeah, that's happened in one of the MFN promotions.
Yeah. So from this point, like I had like I didn't have a exactly a good experience dealing with a few fighters. I won't take names and stuff
Yeah.
and coaches because as NWC we are trying, my partners and I, we are trying our best to be the best host we can. I'm just taking an example, all right?
Right, right. No,
I,
no. It's fair for you to bring it up. Please don't like be bothered
yeah,
about
so I bow down, bend over, do whatever for them to be like like get
it.
good
Yeah.
hospitality, good hotels, whatever, right? But every day there was something was not enough. What about this? Why Wayne this time? Why, what I'm saying? Make my fight forward, bring my fight later. Can you make this fight, bro? Bitch, I am the promoter.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot come for your convenience. You cannot tell me to like change someone else's convenience.
Right,
My
right,
goal
right,
is to
right.
only promote the fight. It's not to like other small things. You know what I'm saying? I have other things to worry about, thousand things to worry about. But your trivial shit coming like late at night, texting, calling, just focus on your fighters.
Mhm.
Some coaches as well, like they were not being easy to deal with. I don't know if I'm gonna again work with them. That I had that bad of an experience.
Right.
The show is not even over. The main event is still going on. This fighter is bloody. I have to run to Sarita's corner to see if she's stitched up. This medical, this that, and someone's poking from the bench saying, "When will I get our pay?" I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
you will get your pay, but are you a thick-headed coach? Can't you see like I'm doing something else right now? Or would you do the same thing to, let's say, Aisha Shroff
Oh
if you're in
no,
MF? Will you go and poke at her and say, "Where is my pay?"
never.
That means you are disrespecting me right now and the Nepalese people. Yeah, your fighter won. One of them got their ass beaten. The other one won. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Take
Mm.
care of the one who got beaten. Her face is swollen up from all sides. All right. I'm trying to manage medical, this, that. They're worried about fighters' pay. It's not like I'm gonna run around somewhere, bro. I'll come to the hotel and give you later tonight or earliest tomorrow morning. Like, I have to take care of so many medicals, this, that, food for guests, this, that. Wrap up the place, take the case down, and your pay, you will get it, bro. Then I
Mm.
confronted them. I'm saying, like, brother, you yourself were a pro fighter. You understand what it means when there's someone injured,
Yeah,
bleeding. Be amateur fighters. You know what I'm saying? Be amateur fighters
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
enjoy the process. And when you get to pro, act like a pro. But when you're in that training amateur process, just a little bit, calm down a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
we are there to help you. We're trying to make sure medical is done, insurance is there. Tell me, fucking which promotion does insurance?
yeah, that's true. Now I don't know too
Oh,
many.
right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We and Lucy all about amateur, but this time I had a sour taste in my mouth, because I felt people were just disrespecting us because we were too kind,
Right, that's
because
what
then
I
I
would just
thought,
want to get at
then
that.
I
Like
was,
I
I was
was
thinking to myself, like, would these people do the same to other promotions in India?
right. So
It
right.
was an athlete. I don't have a problem, right? Amateur fighters, I said, but it was the coach who was happening. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
having to deal extra. I almost had a scuffle with a coach, bro, because
Yeah.
I felt so disrespected. Like, I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'm trying to promote and help people, but I'm on the side almost scuffling with some visiting teams coach because they don't have the sense of like what to talk and ask when.
Hmm.
I was like, brother, like, are you disrespecting us right now or these other? Anyway, I don't want to make it like that. So I just
Right,
wanted
right,
to
right.
say, like, the promoting part, I just want to make sure today, I just wanted to call out to all amateur leagues and pro leagues, in India. Like, there is a good amount of Nepalese fighters coming up. You can just reach out. What I'm trying to say is 99% I've had fantastic experience with visiting fighters. Few fighters like Amit Sukla, Tarkarat Joshi, these two I've really liked them, their performance, how they fought and kept their like Adi as well, even though he didn't win. Adi. I know him like Adi Kong, I call him, but I
Right,
know his full name. It's kind of like a little hard for me to say his surname.
right.
But coming out to Newton, even though he lost that fight, it was a close fight.
Yeah.
The kid from Namdol from Arunachal took it, but could have been anyone's fight that day. I just felt it was a good decision by
Judges.
uh, the judges as well. It was a close fight, but that main event MMA, Janit and Targaraj, it was a close fight. Could have gone to. It was our fault as well as NWC. I'll be the first one to admit when we are at fault as well. Since Pokhara doesn't have a big venue, we tried to do it outdoor, and the later fights were a little slippery and stuff. So, but it's all right. We learn from that. I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say that was not the best decision, and we will never do a outdoor event ever. We'll go back to indoor events again, even though there were like thousands of people who came to see. It was
Yeah.
free and stuff. People really showed up. We had proper drone shot of that venue, and it looked like proper. Like anyway. There was another kid, Adnan Khan, who got the submission of the night. Props to Adnan Khan. He came from Calcutta all the way, took on a tough local lad, Dipesh, who is like a beast and just turned the tide on Dipesh and choked him out. So that was a really good performance by Adnan. And even the main event, Sarita, even though she's not a Muay Thai fighter, she gave her best all 5 rounds. She got caught by some elbows and stuff. But I always love to see India Nepal fights. It never like disappoints at the end of the day. And there was some Nepal on Nepal crime as well. So there's bloody at the end of the night. The canvas is bloody. Fighters go home, happy, good experience, good broadcast, good everything. So yeah, thanks to all the fighters who've traveled, and I hope you guys really enjoyed coming to Nepal and even the previous ones who came. I have a fair idea how we're gonna do NWC 8.
Mm.
We'll take some time, adjust our team, and again check up on our mistakes. What we as a promotion could have done, as an amateur promotion, could have done better, dealt things better, this and that behind the scene, try and improve, and our where our shortcomings were, we will not let it happen again. So yeah, that was all in all. That's a couple of things I just wanted to say with promotion amateur in the region. I don't know much about South Indian promotions because it's too far,
Right,
sometimes
right, right.
hard for South Indian fighters also to travel all the way to Kathmandu.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the cost of travel is kind of high, and all I ask these amateur fighters is to pay their own travel to and fro. The rest of that will take care of everything. So that's why I'm more in touch with the North Indian fighters up to Delhi, at
Yeah.
least even to Pune, Mumbai. But I would like to somehow find a way. I wish coaches from South India invest on their amateur fighters a little bit and send them up as a contingent,
Right.
to take some risks and make it worth it. But I gotta say something, man, before I forget.
Yeah,
I've
for
gotta
sure.
ask questions as well
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say a few things. Before I say a few things, let me just ask you a few things first.
yeah.
How I see, bro, like I said, I'm a fan. I'll be honest, bro. You can ask my girlfriend, bro. Even at night, your voice is in the room, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it. She knows your voice, bro. She's like,
Oh my
hey,
God.
who's that? She calls you Indian MMA guy type thing. Like, yeah, that's
Um,
David. So your clips, your immediate follow-ups, bro. This is also a training for you. You do a good job, and I my whole life right now is just taking in world MMA media, local MMA media, this and that. And for the regional one, I straight up go to yours, man. I
I
don't even
appreciate
know
that.
any. I really do. I'll be honest with you. I'm not like kissing ass or something, but I think trying to give some meaningful feedback to you as well to keep going on, bro. Like you're on the right track. And I know you are hard on me as well sometimes because you tell me as it is and I tell you as it is as well. And I like to keep it that way between us. You don't need to feel a certain way. I'm no coach. I like to think we are friends and share like
And I really appreciate how you've been hustling, training at the same time. That's because for you, you need to earn respect. That's a hard thing because you and I, even like, we're not fighters, but we're in the game. So how do we earn respect is by, for me, is by training and sparring the guys. I will train with them and spar with them. They know I'm not talking all shit. I'm trying to teach them shit that I do as well. And I learn, I study. So that's how I earn respect from the guys and girls at the gym and my peers in this region. And for you, you earn your respect because number one, you train yourself. You throw some good like boxing combos, I see. At least some aspect of the game you understand, you are training, and I'm saying you're teaching a friend or you're light sparring or something, your mind is in the game. That's how you earn respect, and eventually your takes on like MMA also so far, it's you've tried to be as unbiased as possible, you know, like
It's tough. It's tough.
as
I have to
possible.
say, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
tough,
tough.
bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you are like when your favorite, like the one you're rooting for,
yeah,
you'll be, Arre bhai!
yeah. I mean,
That's, that's your
100%.
favorite thing, bro. I have a screenshot of you shouting, Arre bhai! Like so many times. Like I'm like, bro,
Arey,
this guy is
even
feeling
in the
it.
Chungrang, Rabindranath fight, the at the point where he was getting like the anaconda. Didn't you see me tripping the fuck out? Even like so many Nepali friends were sending it to me. Ki, Sare, look at you losing your shit there.
No, bro, I'll be honest, that
Yeah.
that anaconda was not even close, man. I'm
I
just saying.
that's besides the point. But you understand, like it's so tough
No,
because
no,
the
I'm just
fan,
saying, like,
yeah, the
and
fan comes
in
out.
counter reaction to yours and mine, I was
Yeah,
like chill as fuck. And I
100%.
came and saw your reaction. I was like, this guy losing it right now.
Because I'll be honest, because the situation was so bad before that. Like that's why it was like, oh shit, maybe there's this like escape that we have here for some time, and I was like really eager for it. So yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah,
Yeah, that's in the past, bro. I don't even want to talk about that fight.
yeah,
It's done and dusted. I don't want to talk about it. I tell the guys, I tell Robindra as well, bro. You don't what MFN belt. What it's already locked away somewhere. Like we don't even think of himself a champion. This that he's a contender. Like there's nothing happening of that sort. We've already forgotten about what's next. He's training hard. Just talking about Robindra briefly. Like
yeah,
he's training hard. His mindset is like to the top. So he's ready for any opportunity that comes in front of him. And as and when it does, I will definitely be the first one to tell. But as of now, he's just training, 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 sacrificing his everything, just training. And a lot of sponsors come his way right now. So his mind is in the game as well because he sees the fruits of his labor,
yeah.
slowly coming. So that just adds to more motivation, more confidence, more everything, security and everything. So I'm just happy for the kid, man. He's the man. Like he is the
Yeah.
fucking man. And I'm using his ID as well today to
Yeah,
sign,
I
his.
noticed. Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, okay, okay, yeah. So yeah. So going back to the respect part, so it's a slow, tedious process for you as well because
yeah,
in this business for us, respect is our currency right now. We don't have anything else, to so mutual respect with the fighters. And for you, I watched you the entire 2025 and it was a good year for you as well. You've done a fantastic job, man. So
oh, thank
I
you.
just hope, beside everything else, your family, your other work you do, your social life, I don't know if you have or not, like working, like, whatever, just keep doing, bro. This is a big market and people in Indian MMA and region like this, we need more people like you who are just fucking like, don't take no for an answer kind of a thing. And eventually, I know you are asking for interviews left and right. Probably people acting too busy and shit. Fuck him, bro. You don't need them. Just keep doing you. Eventually, they'll be the one harassing you like,
Mhm.
you give an interview, let's do this, trying to cook up a storm, something. So just keep doing you, keep training physically, keep training your interview skills. Like, I just wish nothing but the best. And I'm just glad there is a somewhat of a journalist, in this region who really cares and who cares basically. So
Thank you so much, man.
yeah.
That actually means a lot. And I've never had an outlet in terms of people who had a similar interest as well. So they would, as you know, people our age at this point of time, they are into their corporate jobs. They don't relate with it. And I
It's more.
just, I just decided to start this, and I got encouragement, and like getting encouragement from a coach like you means a lot to me. So thank you so much. It actually means a lot. And it was tough also. You know about this. Like I had a lawsuit almost filed against me this year. I dealt with
Bro,
that.
bro, what a
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
If bro, come
yeah.
on,
No,
let's not
no.
even.
Yeah, yeah, that's
But
what. We don't need to
that
talk
is
about
like,
it.
bro. When I saw that, I was like, bro, come the fuck on, bro.
That's what.
Like,
We don't even need to get into that. But my point being ki you saw that time, like there is opposition for saying just the basic truth at points.
that's what I'm trying to say, bro. There'll be a
Yeah.
lot of people coming at you. This is the
Yeah.
world we live. Like, you gotta speak your truth. There'll be a lot of people like coming your way, coming at you. You just fucking,
Yeah.
like what? If
And
there's
just as you said, like there were times initially when I was reaching out to people, and honestly, now the only reason I'm talking to you is because I enjoy having a conversation with you. If the attitude is where coaches are trying to then get into the situation, like, oh, I will decide when this guy is going to do an interview. There's many situations. I don't want to get into it like too deep, but
talk
then
about coaching interview, that last interview we had with that Warriors Cove and us, bro, that was a
right.
10-8, bro. That was a 10-8 round for me, brother.
I mean,
10-8.
I think the result is what at the end of the day solves the
I'm kidding, I'm
situation.
kidding. So
No,
talking
no.
about that, we are having Mohit and what's his name?
Ashwin.
Ashwin.
Ashwin. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mohit and Ashwin, we're hosting them in Kathmandu later this month for
Oh,
Jiu-Jitsu.
wow. That's
I wanted to
crazy.
break that news, and this is what I'm saying, bro. I'm here trying to build bridges, not
Right.
burn any people, right?
Right.
With the right people, like, so they're coming down. We'll soon promote that as well
That's
as a
amazing. Yeah. That's
jiu-jitsu
very nice.
seminar for a few days, and it's going to be a paid seminar. I want them to, it's a probably we will promote it here locally as a jiu-jitsu seminar, and I'll take them around town and show
Nice.
them some Nepali culture,
Damn. Oh,
hospitality. So it's just sport at the end of the day, even though Mohit acted like he didn't know me in that interview, I was like, bro, I know what he's doing. It's just mind games, but it's all right. We know everyone. This thing is very small, our
it's a
community.
small circle. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, so that's that fight. Whatever happened, we've already forgotten, moved on already. Like, now it's time for us to break ice and sit down and again get to work. Like I said, hopefully we can have exchange of students as well, exchange of training as well. They can send their training team here. We'll take care of them, and likewise, I can send my guys and girls up to Warriors Cove also.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying,
Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to do. But what truly wanted to say was, like, I will go on record and say that in NWC 8, I will bring you out to Kathmandu, brother.
Oh shit!
I
Really?
was just talking to my partner as well. So,
Okay.
and as a fan, as a gesture, I'll just bring you on, get you. You're based out of Delhi, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so sometime in 2026, I'll give you a call.
For
I'll be like, yo,
sure.
David, let's fly you out to and fro to Kathmandu for a weekend, Just come, you and we can chit chat on the commentary table. I'll take you out around Kathmandu and just watch some good fights in NWC 8 next time when we are up and about. Least we can do as well, like for how much you helped us promote a few things here and there. So
Oh no,
yeah,
I don't think
that's
that
on,
should.
bro, on record. That's just my and NWC's way of saying, like, yo, let's, just building bridge. If Ashwin and all can come and do a seminar, why can't you come and watch the NWC, and if you'd like commentate as well? So, just do our
No,
thing.
I
Do
mean, first of all, like I just want to really thank you for that because, as I said, like I seem confident. I am a confident guy. I try to stay true to whatever it is I do, but these kind of milestones, like where someone like you reaches out and offers something like this, means a lot to me personally. So
Bro, just
first.
get your passport ready though.
I'll figure all that out. Just the gesture itself means a lot to me. The fact that a promotion considers me worthy to invite me, that means a lot to me. It's very touching. I have only heard good things about the hospitality that the Nepalese people have. You have the way people are, just showered with.
Nepali girls are pretty as hell, bro.
Oh my God. But this is a huge honor for me. So thank you for making that
Yeah.
offer. Like,
I didn't want to just text you. I just wanted to say it on air, on record that yeah, we will make this done so people can look forward to better commentating, better stuff as well. So you know what I'm saying.
right, right.
So
That would
it's
that
just I will make sure our sponsors know that we're using that money to bring the right people. So
I cannot leave out the fact that the way the Nepali fans have responded to the content that I put out, like this is a two-way street. So I totally have so much love for my Nepali audience as well because I
I
have to
see that,
say, yeah.
bro. I
And
see that. Trust me, I see everything.
so, which is why I think my content sort of resonates a bit more with them. So, yeah, this it would like I've always imagined going to Nepal. I've always wanted to travel, so it'll
All
be
right, we'll make
insane.
that happen. We'll 100% happen. Actually, I wanted to do it this time, but I know since you're out caroling and stuff, I couldn't.
Yeah, December
I
is
couldn't. Yeah,
December
it's
is
a tight one. I
yeah,
understand,
yeah,
bro. It's like, I understand. I swear I was trying to say, but when I spoke to you or sounded busy, so I was like, okay,
yeah.
probably in a better, a little more. It's kind of cold as well, so
Right,
maybe
right,
next
right.
time, more fair weather, fair time. It'll definitely be an honor for us because you are the right guy, man. Like I always say, bro, don't stop doing this. I'm sure at times you're gonna question yourself, why am I talking to myself on the screen
Yeah.
and this and that? But bro, I swear, like even because I say that because I do a podcast too,
Yeah.
if you might not know, but it's kind of
No, Gov Pass, no.
yeah, golf of
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like we have a niche crowd, It's like there's a consistent every episode, at least 15, 20,000 people are watching it,
Yeah.
So there is it, and it took us almost 6 years to get there, bro. You
Damn.
know, we're not looking for consistent every week we try to drop on unless we're out working or like there's a break due to NWC or some travel, this that. But at least every month we try to drop at least four, and we
Yeah,
don't clip
I
it
agree.
up. Like other podcasts, we don't clip it up. We don't do clickbaity shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just one solid episode, and people are really watching. We see the analytics. The retention time is also pretty damn fucking good, and region also all over the fucking world.
Yeah.
So it took us some time to get there. That's what I'm trying to, because I see myself or us, our team, a little bit in you as well, because you are strictly about like MMA, and we talk mostly about like just everything.
The
And
culture.
MMA,
Yeah,
MMA is
yeah,
just a part of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a big part of it, but it's just a part. It's a big part, but it's just a part.
Right, right.
So I'm just saying, keep at it. There'll be sometimes where I used to just think, why are we fucking on a Saturday night or on a Friday night? We're sitting and facing a camera and just talking.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
did come creep up in my head, but then I was like, nah, slowly, slowly, steadily, piece by piece, like viewer by viewer, started clocking in, and then I go back to our on the way we were like 3 years ago. Different people. Now I
Right.
look at us, how long way we come. It just gives me that more juice to do it. Me and my friends to keep doing it, and we are like to all the podcasts in Kathmandu. We're like, "Fuck you, you can get it." Like we say. So can people kind of like that as well. So, but all in good humor.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
those same people invite us to their podcast. So
I mean,
so some they understand the game too.
right, right,
So
right.
so it's all right. It's all right. It helps everyone, I guess. So that's my 2 cents on seeing your path and stuff. Keep at it. Keep training. Keep punching the shit out of that bag, man.
Nahin, but coach, see, you have to understand. I might sound like a dick now for all the maybe other teams if they're listening. I feel like
Uh,
there is like an unwanted pressure that if I join a particular gym, I have to speak a certain way about them, and that is something that I
so
just, I mean, you understand, right? Like,
then go to a gym where you don't. I mean, where you. But then again, the quality gym, thoda
wahi
kam hai.
na, that's the problem. The quality gyms are the ones which are a little bit in the spotlight, and if I go there, if I say anything against them, it will be seen as a slight against them. Nobody is
I
like,
understand.
so I'm sort of in a tough place. But
I
thankfully,
understand. No, no, bro. That's very true. I understand.
yeah.
This gym politics, man.
Yes,
Understand.
I'm finding a way out. I do my One of my main
Yeah.
goals this year was actually to travel more for MMA, just for the sake of MMA. I really want, like, if I get to come visit you guys, I really want to also like document Lock and Roll MMA, the team, the different fighters training there. I would love to do
Yeah,
that.
sure, man. When we make it happen, I can bring you in few days early as well, not
Yeah,
right on
even
the
a day
fight.
before. Like I have no problem. I can
Couple of
start
days early,
working.
you can come get some training, we can
Yo, yeah,
train,
yeah.
go around. It's all right, bro. Like, I like showing people around Kathmandu. That's one of my favorite things. Like, show them the bright sides and the dark sides all together and let
Uh,
let them figure out what's up there.
but
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I can't wait, man. I understand your concern in training in different gyms that it makes you in a certain sticky spot,
yeah,
you know.
I will like. I,
Understand.
I think they'll just expect me not to offer any criticism, which
Yeah,
is
but that's
something.
not what you're about. It's
So
not you gotta be unbiased as well.
Boy,
So
so that's an issue that works out. That's why I just spend more time on the stupid bag, not stupid, sorry, but on the bag and just lifting some weight. So I'll focus on that for now. And whenever I get opportunities, I'll train. This year, I want to travel a lot more just to cover gyms more in person. Like I would love to do this interview with you in person. Like,
yeah, bro.
some of those aspirations are
But
there.
I just gotta say something though, like
Yeah,
something in you're seeing in India following this, that, right, is lacking as compared to Nepal.
yeah.
But I beg to differ a little bit
Okay,
because there is a huge following there has been in the northeast of India though.
true.
In Nagaland, Assam, Arunachal, Manipur, a little bit. I'm probably traveling to Manipur end of this month, taking a
Okay,
couple of my friends to Manipur for a amateur show and a semi-pro show there.
okay.
So yeah, like Meme, from TCA,
Yes,
like
yes.
coach.
Yeah.
So he's been doing this for more than a decade now, bro. Like
Okay.
he was involved in Yota Championship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now he runs TCA and Tribe Championship.
Yeah.
वो टुट्रो तो हो ही गया उधर अरुणाचल.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
Now the Bidang Championship. Then you have some Dojang MMA also doing their
True,
own
true,
local
true.
show. So I think in a more like concentrated part, the Northeast,
I
there is a
agree.
huge up and coming fighters. All these Nazareth, all these guys coming up, this Manipuri, Mizo, Assamese guys are the pretty Naga guys, Arunachali guys, bro. These guys are tough.
Dangerous.
And I've always had some Northeastern guy come in NWC because I know how tough Northeastern guys are. Obviously, all Indian guys are tough, but there's something I love. I can sell them better because they're a little. I'll be
Oh,
at the
100%.
something a little. They're a little swagger. They got a little more swagger. You know what I'm saying? A
People
little more.
relate to them more, I think, also
Yeah,
there, just
yeah,
because
and
of
they
the
look a
region.
little they're chinky like us, so
Right,
I can sell them also. They'll probably like people will come thinking like, oh, who's this like Nepali looking kid? Then they find out he's Indian, and they'll be like, this Nepali guy is Indian, and his name is some like some Arunachali name, let's say,
right, right,
you
right.
know. So it's all right. Like I can sell them like us.
Yeah,
But
right.
having said that, I would love to travel to the rest of India and interact with other Indian fighters as well. I want to now slowly broke the ice with Mutant MMA Dehradun.
Yeah, yeah,
And build a relation there with cross train. Obviously, I've always had a good relation with Sid. Now, Warriors Cove, we are hosting the coaches here. So slowly move down south. You know what, bro? I played this game like it's Age of Empires.
yeah.
Like,
It takes time also. You have to be patient.
there has to be
Yeah,
certain alliances.
yeah,
Some egos have to be like
yeah,
raw. Like, say sometimes I have to like bend over. I'm not out here trying to make enemies or like differences with anybody. In a in a world, I want to be cordial and respect everyone as long as there's mutual respect, bro.
yeah.
Like you earn respect. This is what the jungle is, brother. What do you want to do?
Right, right, right.
Jungle at the end of the day, gotta treat it like the jungle. You
Seriously.
gotta number one know how to defend yourself first
Hmm.
through words and action, right? Then walk around with confidence, and meet people eye to eye with mutual respect
Yeah.
and work, make alliances, work. Don't try and fuck anyone over for money or anything else, for viewers or whatever, or disrespect anybody for nothing. As long as these basic codes are followed, I don't see any reason
Yeah.
for us all not, going up together, going back to everything. I just want us given the mutual respect that I think we deserve as well, which I
Mhm.
still feel I'm working towards it, trying
Right.
to get my fighters to Indian promotions as well. Still waiting on people to be like, okay, let's go, guys. We respect you enough that we will invite you up to our show, and we will
Yeah.
humbly come over with grace and all the dignity that we can carry across the border. But thankfully, a few Manipuri uh, people have thought that way and have invited a couple of our fighters up to Manipur, Imphal,
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
this month, and we are gearing up for that. But I would want, constant. This is like the first time we're being invited to Northeast India with the
Mm.
proper invitation. So the
Right.
proper invitation. So, like, we send out proper invitations. It's only fair for us to expect back.
Yeah.
You know, like if we put it out, meet us with the mutual respect as well.
Mm.
Just at the end of the day, respect, mutual respect. That's the term of the day, I think, for
Yeah,
between
yeah,
us.
yeah. All right. Okay. So let's just before we end, I want to ask you two questions specifically. One, I have to ask this about Rabindra, otherwise his fans will destroy me. Okay. So obviously, you said he's training with Coach Mike right now. You don't want to comment too much. One question
Uh,
is, have you heard anything about the next MFN event? And what is your plan, or what would be the vision for you for your fighter this year? That's all. Just these two questions on
just
Rabindra.
stay busy, stay busy,
Right.
stay busy, like stay injury free, stay busy, stay ready for any opportunity that comes your way. Any. I'm not gonna say here, there, where not, what I'm saying. There are works, there are talks underway, but just stay busy, just come out as a different Rabindra with lesser mistakes from the last fight. Just
Hmm.
focus on training. I cannot say much about where, because I myself I don't know,
Okay,
because
so
I'll be speaking
see, I
I'll
have
be
to
speaking
follow
out
up
my
on that.
ass.
No, I have to follow up on that because see, the question is that he is currently the reigning champion of Matrix Fight Night, and we do not have even like a whisper of an next event
That
coming
you
up.
probably have to ask Aisha Ashraf, man. That's
No, so
that
my
you
point
probably
being, what would be
have
the position of the camp? Like, how long is this camp willing to wait? Because from what I've picked up on you guys are not willing to wait, which I totally respect. But I understand you want to keep your fighter active. So, how long does Ravindra's camp decide to wait before there's an event? I mean,
We'll see. We'll see soon. First quarter
Okay,
of 2026.
okay.
I don't want to break any news right now. That's not my place. There
No, it's
are
not
other
even
people.
breaking news. I'm just curious in the sense that from what I figured the last time we had a conversation, like we were hoping that there was going to be an event in Feb, and there is no discussion of an event right now. Forget organizing an event. So
Yeah.
uh, fans have just been going at me in the DM saying कि bro तुम्हारा promotion ने लेके रख लिया रविंद्र को and now उसको active नहीं रख रहे. तो मैंने बोला यार
Yeah.
मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ उसके अंदर चैंपियन तो हमारा भी है
One thing
वीडियो.
I'll be sure. One thing I don't know about anything else, but we're not fighting any Indian anymore. I don't want to fight our neighbors again and again. It's done, bro.
Right,
It's done.
right,
With
right, right,
maybe other guys coming up will fight,
right.
obviously.
Yeah,
Ravindra is not gonna fight any Indian whatsoever. It's out
fair
of
enough.
mutual respect. And whatever we have done, we want to move on to other chapters as well.
Fair
So
enough.
fighting, I'm not trying to say you won't fight in India or not in India, that I won't say, but
Hmm.
will not fight any Indian. Just, you know what
Got
I'm
it.
saying?
Got it.
So
All
that
right.
is that I can say, and he's training hungrier than ever, bro. So the fans
Yeah, I see
just wait.
that. I see that. Yeah, I see that.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? God's grace, he's hungrier than ever right now. So he's eating well, resting well, training, no tension. He's you know what I'm saying? He's paid off all his family loans back home and everything, like
Wow,
from his
that's amazing.
village, his house. Everyone is putting his sister through college, school, and everything. So he's good, man. He's on the
Yeah,
right
that's
track
good.
right
But yeah, this was really cool, man. Maybe we should do this like maybe once in 2 months or something, like just catch
Yeah,
up.
bro. I would love to. Once in two
Yeah.
months sounds good,
Yeah.
man.
I know that's a
I swear.
good gap also, and we can both
Yeah,
just
yeah.
we
No,
can
I just want to talk UFC because I'm a nerd like you, bro. I just want to talk
yeah.
UFC. What do you? Next time, let's talk more UFC and
Yeah,
shit,
for
man.
sure, for sure.
I thought today we'll talk more. I'll ask you more about UFC and stuff, but I'll have
Right.
to sign off. Just talking about
Right.
us as a promoter, this, that, just chatting shit like friends, you know. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, David. I
Oh,
really
thank you so
appreciate it
much.
and
Thank you
stuff,
for
man.
taking out
I'll
the
see you
time,
soon.
and I'll see you soon.
You too,